What's going on, guys? Welcome to Reviews to View. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another rant of my DCEU rant and review. I'm going to be going more in-depth with Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So I did do a non-spoiler and spoiler-free, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about it and why I feel this movie was such a letdown for me. And I don't want to be in the bandwagon of the whole Martha incident.
You're letting him kill Martha. What does that mean? Why did you say that name?
So we get this story of Bruce trying to understand who Superman is because of the effects of Man of Steel that affected Gotham as well. You have Lex Luthor, who's kind of playing both of them to make them fight because he wants to get rid of the alien and he figures who best to go up against him than the Bat to distract him from Lex's real plan, which was creating Doomsday. And in this movie, we get a couple of nods to like Injustice when we see Nightmare Batman, that scene where Batman dreamed of Superman basically becoming a tyrant. And then we see The Flash, traveling back in time to warn Bruce about Superman. He tells him that Lois is the key. We also get a nod to Frank Miller's Dark Knight. And then we get the Wonder Woman cameo. So all in all, it looks cool, but there really is no substance. The scene towards the end where Superman sacrifices himself, it doesn't make me feel anything. I don't get the sense of, I don't want Superman to die because I want him to stick around. I don't get that type of feeling. And Batman's supposed to be the world's greatest detective. So why did he not put the pieces together that Lex was playing them until the very end? Batman should have been figuring that part out. And as I watched the movie again, I realized that the white Portuguese, and maybe I might have caught on too late or I'm just figuring this out now, but the white Portuguese in the scene, when he's talking to Alfred about it, this is all for Bruce to get kryptonite. So he lied to Alfred to make it seem like the white Portuguese was bringing a shipment in that was illegal when all the while it was just Bruce wanting kryptonite so he can stop Superman. The storyline with Lex, I just was not feeling at all. And I don't blame these actors or actresses. I don't blame them necessarily. I just blame the direction that the studio decided to go with this movie, with giving us just a look at Batman, look at Superman punching it out, and here's this monster, rah, Doomsday, causing more mess, and for the whole team to come together. Now look at Dawn of Justice. And I understand that they want to have all these cool action set pieces and look how cool this looks. I feel like we could have gotten a better Batman v Superman that didn't feel like it was rushed. And then we get an ultimate cut that's supposed to flesh the story out, make it a little more smooth, which in a way it did, but it still didn't make sense. I just felt like we were prolonging the reason why Batman was obsessed with stopping Superman. We get this prolong of why Superman wants to stop Batman because he feels like, well, if what I'm doing is so bad, why is what Batman's doing so right? I guess in a way it makes sense, but at the same time I felt like even with the Ultimate Edition, it wasn't fleshed out enough. There wasn't moments. There were no stakes necessarily. There was nothing that made me go. And I'm not hating on the film. I know I'm giving you my problems with the movie, but it doesn't mean I hate the film. I just wish I would have gotten a Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice that was worth it. I also didn't like how they was trying to show the other Justice League, like Aquaman, Cyborg, and The Flash. I feel like we could have placed them in a different, like when we saw The Flash coming back to try to talk to Bruce from the future or wherever he was coming from, that's fine to have that cameo from The Flash. We didn't need the Cyborg reference. That could have been a reference for the Justice League movie when everything starts to happen. We could have got Cyborg then. We could have just had talks about him, and then we could have just heard about or saw Cyborg in the Justice League movie instead of kind of this foreshadowing of like, here they are. Remember, the Justice League is coming. Like, we know the Justice League is coming because we obviously see Batman and Superman and now Wonder Woman. So we know something's coming. We didn't need to be force-fed the files that Bruce and Diana both found. Batman v Superman was just all over the place, and it was very hard to watch, especially for a 2.5 hour movie. There are some people out there who do like this movie, and that's totally fine. This is not me trying to change your mind. This is not me trying to make you hate the movie. It's just, I'm a DC fan. I connected with DC more. I grew up with both Marvel and DC. It's just I connected with DC more. So when I see a movie like Batman v Superman and it's not to my pleasing, not that I'm nitpicking that I wanted certain things, just that the movie didn't present anything that made me like it as much, you know? There were some cool shots, I'll give it that, but there was nothing that made me go, wow, this is the best movie of its time. You know, I've always had this thought about what Batman v Superman could have been, and I will make a separate video for that, but think about this for a second. Think about when Batman Begins came out, and then we had the introduction to the Joker. Then we get Superman Returns. So when Clark comes back from looking for Krypton, Martha could tell him that there was a vigilante that was protecting Gotham, and she's not really too fond of it, but that's what's been going on when Clark was gone. So we could have got the hint of Batman Begins and Superman Returns. Then we get The Dark Knight. Imagine The Dark Knight, the scene where the two boats have to decide who's going to kill each other, you know? Prisoners versus the civilians. Imagine the camera cuts away and then it goes to Metropolis and it goes to the bar that Jimmy and Clark was at in Superman Returns when they see Lois in trouble when she's on the plane for the space shuttle to take off. So imagine them looking at the same television and it shows a helicopter circling around the two boats, and then Jimmy does the whole joke of somebody should do something, and he looks back and Clark is gone. And then we see it cuts back to the two boats and it shows the civilians and the prisoners deciding, should we let these people die or what should we do? If we don't do anything, we're both going to die. Imagine it cuts to Batman looking up and then you see this whoosh, and you see Superman grab the remote from the prisoners, grab the remote from the civilians, crushes them both, drops in the water, takes off. That would have been an epic scene. But hey, I digress. So all in all, Batman v Superman is what it is, and we move forward to Suicide Squad. Yeah, I have problems with that one too. Let me know what you guys think about this rant and review about Batman v Superman. Were you fine with the movie? Do you feel there could have been some changes? Do you wish we could have had something different? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like what you saw, hit that like button. And you want to see more, hit subscribe. I thank you guys for watching on this DCEU rant and review. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.